Hello Divination and welcome. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to download, set up and install our free header and footer template for Divi's Holistic Healer Layout Pack. This is the final result we're aiming to achieve, so without wasting a lot of time, let's dive in and let's get started. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is to head over to this blog post, which I'll link to in the show notes below. Next, you want to scroll down here and click here where it says get it for free today. Next, you need to add your email address, and then I'm going to click here on download. Now we notice we have a button here which says download the files. We need to go ahead and click on it, and now my files are now downloaded here and I can see them in the bottom corner. So all I have to do now is to go to that folder and unzip the file. So I'm going to double click here to unzip it, and then I'm just going to pull this to the side for a little bit because I need to revisit this in a moment. All right, so now that we've downloaded the files that we need, the next step now is to head over to our website, and then we need to scroll all the way down here to our theme builder. Okay, so make sure you hover over Divi and then click on theme builder. All right, so now it's time to install our template. So I'm going to click here on portability, click on import. And now it's time to drag this file. So remember, I unzipped this file, so I need to double click on it. And this is the file that we need. So you have to make sure it's unzipped, otherwise this won't work. So I'm just going to drag this over here. Now, another way of doing this is just to navigate to the folder on your computer manually, but I just prefer dragging and dropping it there. Next, I'm going to click here on import theme builder templates. And this is now going to install our header and footer. Excellent. So now that we have this, first of all, let's take a look and see what it looks like right now. And as you can see, this is pretty much basic. And on the bottom here, we pretty much don't have a footer. So let's go ahead and save and see the final result. So I'm going to click here on save. And then now when I come back over here and refresh, you notice now that we have this new header. So we have a book now button here, and we also have our social media icons and our logo and our navigation links here. Now, all the way at the bottom, we have this new footer. So what we're going to do next is just to match our landing page here with our actual header and footer. So I'm going to click here on enable visual builder. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to click here on this plus button because we need to add a pre-made layout, and this needs to be a holistic healer pre-made layout. So this is where I can choose the page that I can add here, and I'm going to go here with this home page, click on use this layout. Okay, so our layout has been installed now, and as you can see, everything looks much better now because the colors and everything is really looking all professional. Okay, so I'm going to save this page now and exit the visual builder. Okay, so let's say you want to go in and customize this, change the colors, change the fonts and so on to match your website, or perhaps maybe these would be the colors that you want to go with, or maybe perhaps your client wants to go with. So first of all, to customize this, we need to be in our theme builder. So you want to click here on this pencil icon. This now is going to take you into the Divi builder. And let's start off here by going into our section settings, and here is where you can find our colors. So first of all, we have our background color here. So if you want to change your background color, you can change it here. Now let's go into our row settings, and again in our row settings we also have our main color here, which we can change by coming over here. So you can see I've just changed my color there, but I'm going to undo that. And over here now, when we go to each individual column, you also notice that this is the background color we have here behind our button, and I can change this to whatever color. So you can see now my color has changed. So if you want to match your colors, this is how you would do it. Okay, so let's go on to the next column. Now let's go to the third column, and here is where we have this main color here. So again, we can change that color to whatever color we want, and this will perfectly match your layout. But for now, I'm not going to change these colors, so I'm going to just close out of here. Next, let's take a look here at the menu. So if you can't click into the menu here because this button here is in the way, what you need to do is to click here on expand settings, and then you want to click on the layers icon. So this now will allow us to go in and select whatever element it is that we want to work with. So I can see here this is in the second menu. So I'm going to go now and click here on this gear icon. And this now is going to open up our menu. So here is where we can start off by customizing our logo. So I'm going to click here, and as you can see, this is where the logo is. If you want to add your own logo, you can just click over here, and in your media library, you can then search for your logo. But if your logo is on your computer somewhere on the hard drive, you can just come over here and click upload files, and this will add your logo. So I'm going to go ahead and upload this new logo here, and you can see it has been updated. And also we have our links here. So if I come over here now to design and go to my menu text, I can change my text here to any text I want. So you can see I've just changed this to Poppins. So that's how easy it is to go in and update this. So again, I'm not going to save this. I'm just going to close out of here. So pretty much that's what you can do here on the header. So let's close out of here as well. Now let's head over to the footer and see what we can do. So I'm going to click on this pencil icon, and this now is going to take me to the builder, just like what happened there when we opened up the header. So here we have these rectangles. And again, we can just go into each and every one of these and make our changes. But before we do that, let's take a look at this main color that we have here. So if I click here on my section settings and click on background, this is the main color we have. So we can change this dramatically by just coming over here. And if you want a lighter gray, for example, you can just customize it over here. Okay. But of course, we're not going to change that. Next, we're going to take a look here at these rectangles. So if I click here on this first one, you can change the titles here by replacing this text with your own text. But the most important thing here is the colors. So this is where you can change the background color here. So for example, if I choose this bright red, you can see here that it has been updated, and that's pretty cool. So you can do the same for this one here and this one here as well. Next, let's take a look at these specific links. So if I go into one of these, I can first of all, add a specific link. So I can click here on link and add my link to my services page. But let's say I want to change the design of the font. I can just click here on this paintbrush icon, and then I can just change my font over here. And as you can see, this has been updated, and I can also change the color of that font as well. And now we have just updated that. Okay, so the process is the same for all of these. So you can just go in one by one and update the links and also the design. But with the design, you can always copy styles by coming over here. So you can copy module styles and then paste them here just to work faster. Okay, so I'm going to close out of here. Next, let's take a look here at our email opt-in. So if I click on this gear icon, this now is going to take us to our email opt-in, and there's several things we can do here. So here we can change what the button says by typing it over here. At the moment it says subscribe, but you can change yours to anything. It can be download now. And next we can also go into email account. Now this ensures that anyone that signs up here gets added to your email service provider. Now this is very important because you need to make sure you set it up here. So if I click on this drop down, you're going to notice that we have several companies here that we can integrate with. So there's ConvertKit, Emma, and so on. So choose the one that you have here, and then you also want to make sure you select your list. And then once you add it, every time someone comes over here and adds their email address to download whatever it is you're giving away for free, then they will be added to your database. Now, there's also one thing that you can do here, and that is to add a success action. So here on the success action, you can just add a specific message. But if you want to create a specific thank you page, you can just click here and then redirect them to a specific URL. And that is the page that they automatically get redirected to. So pretty much that's all you need to do for the email there. But if you want to further design this, you can go in and make changes to the colors of the button by coming over here and making sure that use custom styles for button is activated. You can pretty much change, the colors So you can see I've just changed the text color here. And if you need to change the background color as well, you can just come over here. And I know it's very subtle, but there we go. So you can change all your colors for your button to match your design. All right, so moving forward, we also have the last part of our footer here, and let's go ahead and see how we can customize this. So we have these 3 columns here, and in the background we have this color which we can change, and we also have an image pattern right here. So if you're not a fan of the pattern, you can just delete it by just doing that. And if you want to change the color, you can always go in here and change the color. Okay, so pretty much that's that on the color. So I'm just going to close out of here. Next, we can go into each individual module. I'm going to click here on my text settings, and here we can change the location to whatever we want. And then here we can also change the address. And if we need to customize the font, we can just come over here, hover over and click on this paintbrush icon, change our font from Josephine to, say, for example, Poppins. And we can also change the color just like that. And we can also do the same with the text here. So again, let's search for Poppins. And you can see it's updating in real time. And if you need to change the color as well, we can just update it that way. So this text here can be updated in a similar way. And once you're happy with all your changes, all you have to do is to save. So click these 3 little dots here on the bottom right, click on save, and this is going to save. And once saved, it's going to update on your website, pretty much across the whole website. So you want to close here and make sure that all changes are saved. And then you want to take a quick preview of your site by coming over here. I'm just going to do a quick refresh. All right, so as you can see, this is now our landing page. So when I scroll down here all the way to the bottom, we now have our footer, and we also have this part here which shows our location, open hours, and the make appointment tab. So there you have it. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and do follow us on our social media platforms. By doing so, you'll be notified every time we release new tutorials. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.